Greetings, hatchlings! It is I, dragoninahuman. Once again, I'm playing Defeat the Beast Direwolf20's back in hardcore mode. Or actually, still in hardcore mode. Obviously, you can't change out of it. Anyway, the version of the pack is 5.2.1, just so you know. So, like, blah, 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 blah. I've been doing quite a bunch of things again. I made some build APR. These are, like, special crossbred saplings, and they got annoying because this chest was getting full and stuff. So yeah, and the APR suit got damaged, not because of bees, but I accidentally walked into a cactus. Sure. I also pretty much like automated some of the apiaries, not all of them, just some of them. I made myself an electric tree tap just to get some more sticky resin from the rubber tree galore world. The electric tree tap was really easy, just an RE battery, electronic circuit, and tree trap, just 5 planks. Yeah. So, also, you can see that I pretty much doubled my energy income. Now, I also play some spot loaders. Spot loaders are easy to make. They're just a chunk loader with some intervals. Yeah. Chunk loader, like this. Yeah. Chunk loaders. What chunk loaders do is, or spot loaders, they only load one chunk. And you can't configure them, it's just, they load one chunk, that's it. You can't, I'm right clicking, doesn't do anything. Because apparently these chunks out here weren't loaded, so that would mean that if I left this world, then these solar panels wouldn't do anything. Currently I have a power input, or power generation of at about 32 to 37, or 36 to 37 MJ per tick. If I were to place these solar panels on the ground next to the battery box, I would actually generate 10 each. So I would get 40, but you know, 36 to 37 is fine. Move this a bit because I placed some power things here. I was thinking about making a tower of power out of these redstone energy cells, but because in the future, like this is sort of towards end game, I will need that. I placed a random thing here. I'm gonna use that. Now, what I'm going to show you right now, also, I moved this because, well, you also probably noticed my 91 levels. That's because this thing makes so. This thing creates so much XP that it's just crazy. It's just absolutely crazy. Also, the amount of, like, yeah, things, the blaze rods. I got over 4,000 blaze rods. So what I did is I placed another layer of generators. So now I have a power generation of 320 U per tick. So I'm generating 320 U per tick. And yeah. So, why make solar panels if you can use this? So, what I'm going to show you is how to upgrade these barrels, and you can also use it for different things, because currently this barrel is full, but, like, yeah. So, what you're going to need to start off with doing is get 4 TNT, 4 obsidian, and 1 diamond block. It will give you a craft packet. If you want to get the TNT, I didn't craft it, but I found it in the desert pyramid thing. So yeah. If you actually look up the recipe, it doesn't actually show you any recipe, so it's, yeah, it's TNT, 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 obsidian, 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 and diamond block in the middle. Then, this thing on its own is useless, so what you need to do is you need to make a craft packet stamper, which is just 4 cobblestone, 3 iron, crafting table, and a piston. It's really simple. Yeah, you just plunk it down. And you put a craft packet in it, and it will give you 18 diamond shards. And now I don't need this thing ever again, so yeah, goodbye. Seriously, I'm not gonna need it ever again. Now, what you then need to do is get yourself 1 nether brick, and I did it first. Oh, there we go, a raft igniter. Now, what you need for what you need for the barrel upgrade is 4 dark iron, 1 barrel, an ender pearl, 2 blaze rods, and leather. Now, let's see. Let's get this up. Ender pearl. Store this. Right. Did I have the barrel stored in here? Yes, no? Yes, okay. Crafting table. Ender pearl. Give me that. Of course, it's nighttime. Wow. Still have not ever charged my armor, which is cool. Keeps it self-charged. 1 leather, 2 blaze rods. But then I need dark iron. And how do you get dark iron? Because if you look for a recipe, you only get like dark iron blocks. Very simple. You get yourself your wrath igniter, and you light iron blocks on fire. Yeah, with this. Because if I were to place this down on the ground, it's pretty much like old school fire, and the grass is then leaves. So if you are if you're familiar to the really old Minecraft, if you were to set a forest on fire, it would just not stop. It would just spread infinitely. This thing doesn't spread infinitely, but if I were to use it right here, it would turn this entire grass field for quite a big radius into one giant dirt field. It would turn all the grass to dirt. If I use it on iron, I could actually place this on the ground because it will only affect the block that click. Now you will see these weird fire particles, they actually do count as fire. The Rat Igniter doesn't have a lot of durability. This spreads quite fast. And what it will do is it will turn the iron into dark iron. There we go. Creates it the dark iron. And I would recommend you to wait until it's completely done. I saw Direwolf20 do like an automatic thing on this with like a deployer and a block breaker. That would work, but I don't really need a lot of it because I'm not going to make a lot of vehicles. Now the fire spray. Okay, there we go. Cool. Punch it out. Punch it out. There we go. Any fire left? No. And now you can just mine this. And do remember that every single iron block will only give you 4 dark iron ingots. So 9 iron ingots turn into 4 dark iron. Yeah. Although I shouldn't really need a lot of this. This is way more than I'll ever need. I made the inside hollow because I believe it will only do the surface blocks. So is this seriously one full stack? Wow. Yeah. Now I can turn 64 of these barrels into super barrels, pretty much. Alright, so I've got myself some dark iron. Now I will make myself the barrel thing upgrade thing. And there you go, extra dimensional storage upgrade thing. So what you do is you hold shift if there's already something in the barrel. I think that if you use it on an empty barrel, just right click it, you put it into the barrel. What? If you shift something in my throat. If you shift right click on it, it turns into an extra dimensional barrel. So now what it can do is it can store a lot more redstone. And with a lot, I truly mean a lot more redstone. Now it can store 1,000 and somewhat more stacks of one item. Yeah, it can store a lot now. So that's really cool. So if you want to make if you have a barrel storage and you think oh, these barrels fill up so fast, well, yeah, these exclamation marks mean that they are over the regular limit, so they have more than 64 stacks of one item in it. So yeah, so that's how you upgrade the barrels with stuff. Now, also in the previous episode, I started making these things, like these, storage cells, and I was making these through an assembly table. And actually, I figured out that that was just really dumb because I wasn't sure about the durability of this quartz cutting knife, which you can use to make these. It just takes 1 more redstone than in an assembly table. Doesn't really matter. So you can make these, and you just need to smelt these, and then you get the circuit. Well, this thing has 200 uses before it breaks. So you just make one of these instead of using it in an assembly table, unless you really have a ridiculous, way too much amount of power that you don't ever need. Yeah. Let's see. So yeah, I was making the thing. So here you need 3 of this, and then yeah, you get this. And then you need to make this. Yeah, and then you need to make this. Yeah, and then you need to put that in there, and then you get this gigantic thing. Yeah. So let's see, next thing up. Also, I'm going to make something that will allow me to autocraft things. For which I need a lot of these. I believe I need -2 of that. Let's see. That's something else. So 18 of these. 9 of these. Yeah. 54 of these. Yep, which is, yeah. And then I need 44 of these. Yeah, which is expensive. And then what I need to do is I need to plunk it down somewhere. It doesn't really matter where, you just need to plunk it down. So let's see, I'll just 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So I'm going to make it this size. You really don't need to make it this size because what I'm making right now is just enormous. So this is pretty much how you need to make what I'm going to, yeah. What this allows me to do, once I put it together, it will allow me to learn, like, crafting recipes of things into it. And by doing that, I can use the ME mod, like all of this stuff. I can use this to automatically craft things for me when I give the order to do it. But you first need to build, like, one of these. And this is just a 5x5, which has 27 empty spots in it. You could make it a 3x3x3, and you could actually make it a 3x3x2. Then it would only have 2 empty spaces in it. But yeah, I'm just making it this size because I have the resources. And yeah. So you need to put all of these like frame things on there. I'm just going to put these on the bottom because I can. Because these need to go inside. If you right click on it, you see also stuff. Okay, a bit later. I'm holding shift to place them down because otherwise it would open their interface all the time. That would be annoying. So once you complete this, you can actually just take this apart. Boom. So now you can see I have 18 of these like things that I showed you before, and yeah, this is complete. But it isn't getting any power, so it's not doing anything. However, this thing is sucking quite a bit of power. That's why you might want to have this. Oops. You might want to have the dark cable thing because this thing sucks quite a bit of power. Let's see, boom, power. Yeah, that's a lot of brace rods. And currently it's only using 9. Nope. Give me that. Give me that. So, currently 9 ticks. Okay, turn it on. And now it's using 36 units per tick, which is a significant amount more, which is more than a regular, or actually, no, you need to halve this for the amount of, but now I have 30, yep. So imagine you make this thing like ginormous, because in like a test world I made like one of like 11 by 11 by 11. That thing was using like 400 energy units per tick, which stands like 200 EU per tick, which is quite a bit. So yeah, just generating 10 EU per tick. So why? There we go. Now it's only using 1. But yeah, that sort of sucks power. So that's one reason why you would want to have like a dark cable. Yeah. Again, dark cable. You can look at the recipe yourself, really. So, yeah. That's that. Wow. Oh. Alright. Oh, be quiet. Now, let's see. I had some other things ready. MA spacebar. Let me just, if I've earned this, sort of forgot what else I was going to make. Making a chest. Oh, chest doesn't go there. Just goes there, there, and there. Make chest. All right. You know what? I'm just gonna plug it in. Got plenty of power. I'm going to move these eventually, though. Yeah, yeah. Because these blaze spotters, the blaze spotter is just loud. Okay, let's see. Put that in. That has a massive amount of storage. No kidding. Let's see if I pick these up. Crafting monitor. I guess I could just place it here because what this thing is good for is alright. What this thing is good for is like if you're using this to craft things and it's like getting stuck, then you can see right here what it's doing. And if you hold shift and then click on something that it's working on, then you can cancel it. So for example, if you see a problem, it misses an item. Hold on for 1 second. Alright, I'm back. So yeah, as I was saying, if you're crafting things automatically, then you can see right here, like if it's missing a material, you ran out of it, or there's a problem. And through here you can see like what the problem is. Only it's producing using a fair amount of power, so let me just cut that off so it's not using less power. So let me actually cut this off. I don't. Yeah, seems fine. So let's see. I had more stuff. Right. Let's see. But to be able to learn things into it in the first place, you're going to need a pattern encoder stuff. I've also noticed in stuff in general, the distinct lack of regular crafting tables around. I mean, I have these project tables, but I don't actually use them for crafting, really. Yeah. So this thing you can just plunk down wherever you want, doesn't matter. It doesn't need to be attached, that's cool. Let me just plunk it down there. So now what I need is a blank thing. So you need this. The glass glowstone. Alright, let me get that. Glowstone and some iron and some glass and some quartz. What I could also do is just dump a load of items in there. Oh. That's it. Yeah. Just dump this in there. Oh, it's a few items. I can also plunk this down. So now we can actually craft through here. So let's nope. And now, as I said before, this thing also pretty much works as like yeah, see? It just takes the materials from here, and so I don't need to worry about it. Oh. And then actually I only need one. Oh, no. Give me glass. Alright. So this is sort of cool about the pattern encoder. You only need one of every single item. And what you do is you put a pattern encoder in here. Like this is what you need to use to learn crafting recipes into that thing. So what you do is you just put one pattern encoder in here. And then whatever item, you can also left click it to like add it, and like right clicking to get rid of it. So which can actually be necessary in some recipes or some things. And let's see. Right click. So now I will learn the pattern encoder. Okay, you need to put it there. But I can learn a pattern encoder that this will make a pattern encoder. Yo bro, I heard you like blank pattern encoders. So now this one is encoded, so now this one has learned that, and to get rid of this, you just left click, and let's get that. What is also useful, normally it will say like, yeah, this is like 9 iron nuggets, but you can also override it for like different stuff, not iron with iron, but like, for example, if you smelt iron, you will get a refined iron ingot, which is actually useful for automating certain things. Was processing tin. Alright. So now what you do is you plunk this thing in here, and if you hold shift you can see what it is. So like if you have a whole load of them, and I don't actually think I'll ever need this many pages, like this many recipes, as you can see it's an absolute massive amount. So I don't think I'll actually need this many, but it normally would just show a whole line of this, but if you hold shift, then you will see what it actually will craft. So now what I can do, if I turn this on, alright, and let's see, oh, again, derping around. Access terminal, alright, so let's make one of these. Alright, Right, my iron is in there. wire there, and need one of those fancy things. Nom, 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 nom. Oh, I just stored the redstone. One of these, gold block. That. Oh. Derp, derp, derp. Oh. Derp, derping out. Redstone. Give me that. So you need to actually put this into this recipe. It's not a shapeless recipe, which is sort of annoying. Right. You know what? I can just use that thing. Wait for it. Alright. Okay, that took long enough. Iron, redstone. Oh. And quartz. Alright. I believe it was this. Honestly, I just forgot already. Nope. Okay. Alright. Now what I could do is I can, like, here. So I learned this thing, right? And this is turned on, so like this, yeah, this is sucking power. If I turn it off, also this is very useful. This will only show you stored items. This will show you like whatever you learn in this. So if I turn this on, you will see that I have this in the crafting thing. So I have this and there. And also you can see that if I turn this on, then there's no connection to it, so this uses a lot less power. Then it's not accessible. So anything beyond this line, whenever it's turned off, I can't access it. So now I can tell it, like, okay, let's see the amount of materials that are in it. I will need iron. Okay, just for an example, I will tell it to craft. I don't know. Make system. Begin. And now it started to craft those. However, there's a problem. It's missing iron because you can see right here, it's crafting this. Currently crafting, it needs iron. So you can see right here, it needs iron. So what I then just do is like you go to one of these and put iron in, and really shift click on it. See, and it made 5, and it still doesn't have enough iron. So when it gets stuck, it will just stop, and then you need to shift click on this to like tell it like, okay, there's like an update, like retry again, please, like, you know, try again. So now just put in more iron. Alright. And then, oh, okay, this time it did automatically. So now, there are 6 of these, it made them for me. And now I can just, like, tell them to craft it again. Now, obviously, you can learn a lot of things to this. Some of the things that I would recommend you to learn are, for example, blocks. So, you only need one. Okay, let's see. Iron, gold blocks, copper, iron. Alright. So yeah, what I would recommend you to do is like learn it sort of. You can only do one at a time. Learn it like all the blocks. Like you can learn it that this creates 1 copper block. So okay, it's learned. And then I can learn it that like, you know, this gives you 9 copper. So it can now make copper blocks, and it can now turn the copper blocks back into ingots. Alright, there you go, see? There. It learned that. So now what I can do is like, you know, if I have copper, and I can tell it to make copper blocks, so I put this copper in. But, and this is also very useful for storage, because, you know, every single item has, like, cost a little bit of storage. As you can see, like, this is not taking up a massive amount of memory. See, does it? That's quite a bit. I think that this one is actually using less storage. 3,000. 500. Alright. Actually I need that. So yeah, let's see. Okay, so I learned that from copper. Now I do actually need to craft myself a silver block. Alright. So, what I will learn it, this will create a silver block. Alright. However, a silver block will create this type of silver. So, yeah. Yeah. So now it's learned that like you can make like copper and then you can make this sort of copper. So yeah. And then probably what I should also do is this is this, and then actually learn it that like putting this in creates this as well. So like there's a lot of recipes that you pretty much need to learn into it just for the basics, just for convenience sake. So now it knows how to make different types of copper and stuff. So yeah, you can pretty much go on with this for a long time. You can learn loads and loads and loads of things. Let me actually learn one more thing. It's quite important. So code. Alright. Alright. Like this. Yep. Then I put those in there. So now what I can just do is I can just dump in the iron blocks, right? And it will now know how to make this iron. So now there's some glowstone in there, a little bit more glowstone. And the remaining glass. Let's see. Dump them all in here. Glass, glowstone. Why not just glass? Quartz. And the silver. Just learned it silver already. And now what I can do is, let's see, I want it to make, I don't know, 10. Make them. Done. Now, what I didn't really explain to this is the crafting CPUs, what these are good for is they speed up the crafting. So the more you have these in here, the faster it will craft. However, the more you put of these, as you saw, I put in 18, and every single block will add a full list of this. But the more of these ones, crafting CPUs, there's 9 of them in there. The more you put in there, apparently speeds it up the more. So the more are in there, the faster it should go. Not always, but usually does. So yeah, that's pretty much the basic stuff about this. I can now just dump all of my materials in here, and like, yeah. I can store all my stuff, which is, don't put that in there. You can even learn it to craft with the minium stone. You can even learn it to like turn gold into iron, or gold into diamond, or whatever. You can even learn it to do that. Although, I wouldn't recommend you to put in multiple minium stones, because it will use like, the minium stones, if they have the same durability, will actually stack in here. But as soon as you try to craft multiple things with it, for example, you have like 5 regular minium stones, and you try to craft like 5 diamond blocks from gold, it will use the one without any damage first. So you'll end up with 5 slightly damaged, or it's sort of weird what it does with minium stones and things that wear out, for example, like this. But you don't need to learn it like every single damage value of the minium stone for it in order to actually keep on working. So it will keep on using different minium stones and stuff, so, and other things with durability. For my knowledge, if it doesn't, well, balls. But pretty much I can learn it everything that's craftable, really. You can even learn it that like, if you put in an iron ingot into here, then it will give you a refined iron. So what you do with that is, you make one of these in ME interface, and then you put it like on one of the furnaces or whatever, and then you like put in like, imagine that this gold is iron. Just pretend this is iron. What you then do is you put in like that, so it will learn that 1 iron in there will create 1 refined iron. And the machine won't know how, it will just know that it does. What you can also do, for example, is, let's see, if I ever were to use this squeezer, which I still should actually do, for example, I can learn it that putting in 50 seeds will output 1 seed oil can, which you can then use for other things. But what you then need to do is, like, I don't really know how it works, because I think that the seed oil, the capsules or whatever you put in here need to go into a different angle. I don't really know how to fix that, but yeah. If you just like think about things a little bit, then you can figure out a lot of stuff. Turn it off. In fact, I don't really need this. There you go. Just put it right there. So this stops using fuel. Well, we got plenty of power. So yeah, this episode's probably going to be fairly long. Again, as usual, you know, towards half an hour. I also had some stuff in here, but whatever. And now there's some more crafting stuff in there, but I'm going to like learn a lot of crafting recipes in that thing because I like doing that. Really like learning that thing a lot. But anyway, so yeah, I hope this was a little bit like, you know, that you learned a bit some of this, and like you can use this to your advantage later on. So yeah, this is dragoninahuman. I hope you've enjoyed. I hope you learned something. You know, if you did either of those, then leave a like because you know it would be appreciated. If you like the videos and the commentary in general, or the things that I'm learning, whatever, subscribing won't hurt either because then whenever I upload something, you'll be notified of it right away. So yeah, this is dragoninahuman. I hope you've enjoyed, and I bid you all farewell. Goodbye.